This afternoon, U.S. regulators voted on a new framework for governing internet traffic, and President Obama has already given his blessing as well. Megan Hughes is in Washington with more on today's vote, and she has also an exclusive interview with one of its most outspoken critics. We're talking here, Megan, net neutrality.
Net neutrality, we love this term. Now, today's vote, FCC Chairman Julius Genachowski says it kind of strikes a middle ground, establishes some basic rules surrounding this idea of network neutrality. Now, what is this? What does this mean? Network neutrality essentially means preventing internet service providers from restricting certain websites or applications in favor of its own products or discriminating, picking favorites. So it's generally good news for web content companies. So we're talking about Google, Skype, but it does mean new restrictions for companies like Comcast, AT&T. Now, I sat down after the vote with Commissioner Robert McDowell. He's one of the Republicans who voted against it, and asked him why he called the FCC a, quote, regulatory vigilante.
The FCC today is defying a court case from earlier this year, as well as a large bipartisan majority of Congress. We've had about 302 members of Congress, by my count, write to the FCC this year saying, don't do this. You don't have the authority to do this, FCC. Let Congress handle it. And the FCC is riding roughshod right over that.
What does this mean? What does today's vote mean for the future of the Internet?
I think it creates a lot more uncertainty, actually. Nothing was broken that needed fixing, for starters. And now what we're doing is we're opening up a new avenue of litigation so that rivals can try to ask the FCC to regulate their rival. And that's going to create a lot of uncertainty. And I think at the end of the day, it's going to inhibit investment, inhibit innovation, and actually may raise prices for broadband consumers.
How? What do you think this is going to do to different corporate interests?
All right. Well, we have evidence in the record from small broadband providers as well as large broadband providers saying that the uncertainty that it creates and the increased costs that will be heaped on top of the operating costs for a company, that will be passed on to consumers. So companies that own broadband networks that have been innovating to build intelligence inside the pipes, so to speak, are now going to be inhibited from doing so and are going to be wondering whether or not some rival of theirs is going to file a complaint to the FCC alleging that what they're doing through their innovation is somehow anti-competitive. That was unnecessary, and now it's turning to harmful.
Democrats on the commission were completely on the other side, arguing that Genachowski's plan didn't go far enough, but in the end they did support it. It passed along party lines 3-2.